Okay, well, we've got some questions from the listeners. What's your go-to isolation meal? If I'm making it myself, it's my spag bowl. If somebody else is making it for me, I'm hoping it's a teenager putting cheese on a zinger.
It's pretty well publicised that I received the Weber, so I've tried to make as many meals on that. And so my go-to isolation meal has probably just been leftovers from the Weber. This is today's burnt chicken and cauliflower.
My go-to isolation meal has actually been meatballs because we may be back to them last week. Noni, please stop that.
Well, this is a little bit of a secret. It happens to be this. Something I prepared earlier. It's the Arnott's cracker chips, 3 cheese with cheddar, Gouda and mozzarella.
McChicken, double cheese, double sauce, large meal, delivered contactless.
Who works the hardest? Well, I think other people in the team will say Matthew, which will really annoy me, because it's me. I don't think the guys understand that it's a full-time job being me. I think they get it. But whether it's a bottle shop or the studio, it's not easy being me. It's hard work.
Who works the hardest or who flaps the hardest? Matt's definitely the hardest worker. Also Troy, because it is a big gig keeping everyone in line.
I think I'm going to have to say DC because he is just like constantly. His fingers are just top speed ahead.
Well, without any doubt, it has to be Marty ShearGold. I mean, how he does the show while asking Matthew for another cup of coffee or getting Lauren to look up something for him on Google.
I mean, there's no real question about that. It's got to be Marty, isn't it? Hardest worker in the team, absolutely.
DC works hardest in the team, hardest working fingers in the business, closely followed by Matt, despite what Marty says. He's actually pretty busy.
Who's going to quit the show first? Well, I hope it's Matthew. Certainly ease some of the tension out of the group. If it's not Matthew, I think it'll probably be Will, to pursue a football commentary job, perhaps. Will, anything you'd like to tell us?
I think it's either going to be Marty because he is just who he is.
Well, again, I'd have to say Marty. I think Marty will quit first in the team. I just think he doesn't need to work as much as everybody else in the team. I mean, it's clearly a wealth thing.
That is, of course, unless Marty wants me to quit, and in which case it'll be me.
Snog, marry, kill. I'll snog DC in the hope that we can hold hands and I get to touch his fingers. I'll marry Troy because we'd just be fun in the lounge room together, watching TV, having a laugh, remembering the old days. And I'll kill. Kill's so aggressive. It's such a statement. But yes, you're absolutely right. It's Matthew.
I'd probably say I'll marry Marty because we could reminisce about the old days in radio. We could reflect on old pop culture references. We'd both get each other.
Snog, I'll have to say Noni because I feel like that's probably accidentally already happened on Fridays when he comes into the studio.
I don't want to snog any of them.
I'd kill Matthew. And only because I'd like to break into his house after I've killed him and steal his shorts. Because he's got great shorts.
Who would I swap lives with? That is a good question. God, they're all so poor. I I really don't think I could swap lives with any of them. Oh, maybe I'd swap lives with Loz and she has to leave Noni behind. And I get Noni.
I'd swap lives with Lauren so I could play with Noni and try on her collection of fun hats and gimmicky jumpers.
Well, Marty, we've all heard how he heats up his pool. That's living.
Oh, Marty, it's a wealth thing, really, isn't it?
It would have to be Marty because he's so rich, you know?
I'd swap lives with Will because Will's really good at games. I'm not very good at games. So I'd love to know what it feels like to win yearbook all the time and Lauren's little quiz, everything.
Anyway, more to come.